Right, I'm just going to attempt to kind of film where I'm up to with this, and just explain what I've done, if I can put my phone down. Yeah, so basically, I'm at the stage now where I want to compile this image using the actual pieces of art, the jelly print, and in this case it's a jelly print, one jelly print, and the piece I did with oil pastel. And I put this together in Photoshop, and it's made quite a sort of interesting image, so I'm going to work on this one. But I don't know if you can see, let me zoom in. I've gridded this, or I've painted this piece of board grey, like a sort of mid-grey, because there's bound to be kind of gaps in this, because there was in the photoshopped bit, so I put a grey background on that, because visually it just works better, you know. It kind of recedes back. You know, if you've got a white gap showing, then that's really noticeable. So I've done this grey thing, and I came up with what I thought was a good numbering system, you know, right hand and left hand side, in the reverse. But what I didn't take into account when I numbered this was I was actually numbering the reverse sides of the actual pieces of artwork. Subsequently, they don't match. That the numbers on the backs of these don't match what's down here, unfortunately, which is annoying. So anyway, I'm going to soldier on, because I've still got the plan, so I can, you know, it's just like doing a jigsaw puzzle. I can, you know, work out which bit goes where from just looking at the printed picture. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to crack on and do that. This is where I've got to so far. So I thought it'd be quite interesting just to film this, and yeah, I'm just going to kind of place everything down first, you know, put it all together like a jigsaw before I actually start attempting to glue them down. I think that's probably the best way to do this. Okay. So all is not lost. I did think last night when I realised the numbering thing had gone to pot, I thought, oh, that's, you know, I've ruined this, because this is actual artwork, you know, they're one-off pieces. I can't recreate it. So, but actually, I've thought about it and thought, well, I can just, you know, piece it together, and there's no reason why that shouldn't work. Okay, so yes, I'm just going to get on with it, and hopefully it'll all come together and make sense. These are my cut pieces, by the way. This is the oil pastel piece, and that's the gel plate piece. The other challenge with this as well, which again I didn't take into account until I'll come to this point of assembling it, the paper that I've used for the gel prints is a lot heavier and thicker than the paper I used for the oil pastel one. So I can already tell that as I'm placing these down, when I come to glue it down, there'll be a little bit of, you know, a slight kind of variation in the heights of things, but again, you know, you only find these things out later on. So it's not a disaster, but I just thought I'd mention it. Okay, so I think that one goes down there. Okay, done it. Didn't take as long as I thought it would take. So now I've just got to work out how to glue them down. And also there's areas in this, like this central part now, once these pieces are glued into place. And I couldn't have foreseen this because I didn't know I was going to do this with it at the time. But what I'm going to have to do is deal with that area and these white bits, these white parts. So what I'll do probably is just take the same colours and just touch in to you know, bring it all together so it sort of works as a kind of whole. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. I think it worked. You know, this is out of all of them that I've done a few of these, you know, matching up to, I did 10 pieces, so I put, you know, 2 of each thing together. But this was definitely the stronger image. Definitely worked better than any of the others. So yeah, so I'm quite looking forward to getting this one complete. And you know, yeah, because I think it does work. I like it a lot. And yeah, it's given me loads of sort of fresh ideas of where I could sort of go with my work in general. You know, I mean, gel printing, keep calling it jelly printing, it's gel printing, is really interesting, and it's just got so much potential to take it in so many different directions. Whereas, you know, before I sort of embarked on doing this, I was a bit lost, to be honest with you. I was a bit kind of, I don't really know what to do. You know, it's all very well having, you know, a talent for something, you know, and being able to do something, but if you don't do anything meaningful with it or something that really grabs you and you're interested in, you know, it tends to fall by the wayside. And then, you know, you've got all the emotional stuff to deal with. because of that. And so yeah, this has helped me in so many different aspects of my well-being, you know. It's helped me to the point where, just to give an example, you know, if I wake up in the early hours of the morning unable to sleep, you know, my default thing is to start to worry about things and start to go to very sort of negative, dark places in my mind. Whereas when you engage in something that's really interesting and is making you think differently, you know, just in terms of how you're going to practically do something like this, rather than dwell on those things, I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about other things to do with creativity and artwork and where it could go and what I could do and what I could get involved in the future, you know. So, yeah, anyway, I am waffling on. I just wanted to just hope now that there isn't I'm not going to open the window in case a big gust of wind, because none of this is fixed down. So I'm just going to think about how I do that. I'll probably use some Mod Podge to get it all down, and then even, I don't know if I'm supposed to seal it with anything. Right, I shall get off here and crack on with things.